beautiful friends, and welcome to the channel of Women's Strength Society. I'm Dragana and I'm coaching women how to become their strongest and most confident self. And today we will talk about also very hot topic, how to look toned. I know that looking toned is so popular, like everyone uses this word, and I don't have anything against it, because if someone likes to use this word to describe how she wants to look, then that's totally fine for me. I immediately have a picture in mind. If someone tells me she wants to look toned, I'm like, okay, you want to create shape, you want to have some muscles, and you want to lower your body fat percentage so that you actually see a bit more muscle definition. But today I will tell you what it really takes to look toned that nobody is telling you. And when I started my fitness journey, I think it's now 7 years ago, something around that, I thought that like training and nutrition is that what I need to achieve this toned look, and that I need to have these both in place. And it's nothing wrong with that, but in order to be consistent with both, like with the training and with the nutrition, there are some other things that you need. And today we'll go straight into these three things that I think are not mentioned enough. I mean, I'm sure you know that you need to train and that you need to be in a calorie surplus, in a calorie deficit to lose body fat. And still, in the end, not everyone who knows this is able to create that and able to stay really consistent with their training and nutrition regime. So you really need to have three things in place to be able to do your training and to do your nutrition consistently enough with the right intensity and effort, so that the training and the nutrition can really do their job. And we will go straight into that, because without these three things it will be really hard to stay consistent with your training and your nutrition. So the first thing is you need to confront yourself with yourself. And what I mean by that is you need to face fear, shame, pride, frustration. You need to do that over and over again, because you will document your process, and at some point or at many points the progress can be intimidating, but it's absolutely necessary to have also the down moments, so that you can learn from that. When I'm looking back at my journey, I've made so many mistakes. I've fallen very often. I developed binge eating patterns. I went through yo-yo dieting. I had a lot of health issues with my gut, and a missing period. And I don't want you to experience that and all these bad things that happened to me. That's why you should follow me, follow Women's Strength Society, and learn, so that you can cut through that. But on the way, you will have some ups and downs. For example, you're going through your cutting phase, and you will have these weight fluctuations that will happen. I've made a video about that. Please check that out. It will teach you how to not freak out about these weight fluctuations, but having a very honest conversation with yourself and looking at, hey, am I actually doing the things that I need to do that move me forward? If not, why I'm not doing it? What is standing in my way? Have I For instance, if the weight is going up, you're in a cutting phase, and you ask yourself, hey, have I actually stick to my macros, stick to my calorie target? Have I stick to my step goal? Have I been to the training sessions? Have I really, really pushed myself? So you really need to confront yourself with yourself and be very honest with yourself. It will help you to get very crystal clear about if you're really doing the work, and not only the work, but also the right work that is moving you into the right direction. What has helped me was working with coaches, like since I started to work with a coach, and I don't want to miss that. I don't ever, I think, don't want to have a coach. That's like my current status. I really, really enjoy it because someone is like reflecting so many things to me and asking me questions and having an objective view that I sometimes lose because it's not easy to be very objective with yourself. So this is an important part of your journey to achieving this toned look, which seems so superficial, but in the end it's a lot of like internal work that you need to do with yourself. And yeah, having a coach by your side who can help you and like work with you on that really, really helped me. And it's the reason why I have the results that I have today, and my body, I think, wouldn't have changed the way it did in the last years if I haven't worked with a coach, with multiple coaches in the last years. The second thing is you need to set clear boundaries. And you don't only need to set these clear boundaries like with yourself, like knowing why you are doing things, why is this goal important to you, but also like with your surroundings. Like people always have a hard time seeing somebody else changing, and you will change, like transforming your body will lead you to change habits and beliefs and maybe your daily structure and how often you're like spending time meal prepping instead of going out and partying, or hitting the gym and not going out with your friends and the night before because you want to be fresh the other day. It's what was the case for me, and what I'm seeing with a lot of my clients, with my female clients, is it's really hard, like really hard is like the social environment that always tries to pull you back, and it always wants to have you back where you were, so that they can keep you how you are. And they are having a hard time seeing someone change. So it's not even meant like bad. They don't want to hurt you. They probably want to protect you subconsciously and keep you where you are in the place where you have been and how they know you. So you need to start communicating very, very clearly with your surroundings why certain things are important to you. Why is this meal prep important to you? Like, what impact has the meal prep on your energy level, on your relationship, on your performance in the gym? I mean, that's quite obvious, but also like how you're performing in the job, because often people think like, oh yeah, she's meal prepping and taking all this prep meal with her because she has a superficial goal and she wants to look better and stuff like that. But in the end, it also has an impact on your health, and it can support your health, and it can support your energy levels and how you then perform in your job, or how you are with your friends, or how you are in your daily life as a mother. Are you like constantly like hangry and freaking out when your kids are asking you something, or are you super relaxed because you have eaten enough the day and you have not starved yourself? So these things are important, and it's what I've seen in my journey is that communicating makes such a big like difference, because how should they know, how should other people know why you're doing things? Often there's a lot like going on in our heads. We know like why we are doing things, but the others don't have a clue, especially if they are not in this like fitness bubble world. It's hard for them to understand, like, why is it important to hit your macros or get enough protein in? A lot of people think it's like just to grow big muscles, but that's not the case. So communication is the key. Start to communicate with your partner first, then with the good friend, and be reminded that if someone is not okay with how you are changing or that you are changing, it's also okay to let go. I've done that with friends, and it's totally fine, and it's the reason why today I have new friends who support me and who are by my side pushing me and cheering me, and that's totally fine, and it can be fine for you too. So transforming your body is really yours, and it should be yours. And if someone has a problem with that, then bye-bye. And the last thing, and I think I'm pretty good at it, and that's why some things are easier for me, but this is something I want to pass to you, is you need to become an organization and planning ninja. So it makes a huge difference if you're just going into the day and you're like, YOLO, I will just be flexible and do whatever I want to do and just go how I feel and be like that. That's totally fine. If you want to be like that, then go for it. But if you have the goal to transform your body, if you really want to be stronger in the gym, you will need to follow a structure. You will need to plan your training sessions per week. Like, you need to know when you're going to the gym. You can't just like go with the flow and not think about, hey, how can I pack that into my daily life? And I'm doing that too still, because I'm running an online business and I'm not dancing around here and training all the time. It's also, I need to plan it, and I need to organize when are my training sessions this week. When do I need to do the groceries so that I can meal prep? When is like my meal prep time so that my meals are ready? So it's not my full-time job to eat and train all the time. I do have this full-time job, and then on top, like everyone else, I'm sure you know that, as a busy woman, you need to plan and organize your week, your weeks and your months. But most importantly, like from week to week, going into a new week, you need to know when are you prepping, when are you doing the grocery, when are you training, when do you implement some time for yourself, when do you plan some time to be social and more playful. So these are all very, very important parts. I know that you don't only want to be like this and focus just on like your fitness journey and just training. We also do need the social life to be healthy and happy. But yeah, think how you can integrate that and don't feel overwhelmed from like building a structure. A lot of women, I know that a lot of women tell me like, hey, it just stresses me out that I need to plan that many things. But it's actually the same in your like job or with your family life. It's nothing else with or nothing different to your fitness. You need to integrate, or some parts need to be an integral part of your weekly schedule. And in the end, having these things like mapped out and knowing when you're doing what will decrease the stress, because you know you made time for that. If it's important to you, what I think, then you will know when you have planned that, when you have time for that, so you can be less stressed. Because imagine you have a fridge which is has all the meals for the whole day prepped, with all the macros, and you just need to take these containers, if you're having 4 meals a day, you're taking out these 4 containers during the day, and when you're eating that, you hit your calorie and macro target. That's wonderful, and you can do that. You can achieve that. That's not magic. It just takes you to plan very good and be, as I said, an organization. And yeah. So with practice, everything gets better and gets easier, and it's not that I did it like this and I was very good at it. It took me some years, but this is exactly what I'm teaching in my online coaching. So if you're interested in, then drop a comment down below. If you like the video, then like it, and if you want more, then please subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.